In a quiet valley where endless mountains stood like silent guardians, a small village thrived. Life there was steady, predictable until the day trust itself began to crack. The villagers were simple folk, bound to their sheep, their fields, and the long winters when snow blanketed the earth. Among them was a boy young, restless, and far too easily bored. Each morning, he was charged with a task that carried the weight of the entire community, to lead the flock up the hill and guard them until nightfall. On his small shoulders rested food, wool, and wealth. Yet to him, watching sheep nibble grass hour after hour felt less like duty and more like punishment. So one afternoon, an idea sparked in his mischievous mind. What if he shouted Wolf? Wouldn't the villagers drop everything and come running? The thought of their panicked faces made him laugh. And so he tried, Wolf, Wolf. His voice rang across the valley. Down in the village, people gasped, mothers dropped their baking, men abandoned tools, even children stopped their games. Grabbing sticks, axes, and torches, they raced uphill only to find no Wolf at all. Instead, they found the boy, rolling with laughter. At first, they sighed with relief. But soon their faces hardened into scowls. He had fooled them. The second time he cried Wolf, more reluctantly, they came again. And again, there was no Wolf. The third time, some refused to climb the hill at all. The boy's prank became a pattern, and trust shattered piece by piece. People muttered bitterly in the tavern, he mocks us, he wastes our time, never again. And yet, the boy laughed louder. He felt powerful able to summon the entire village at will. At first, they sighed with relief. But soon their faces hardened into scowls. He had fooled them. The second time he cried Wolf, more reluctantly, they came again. And again, there was no Wolf. The third time, some refused to climb the hill at all. The boy's prank became a pattern, and trust shattered piece by piece. People muttered bitterly in the tavern, he mocks us, he wastes our time, never again. And yet, the boy laughed louder. He felt powerful able to summon the entire village at will. His voice carried down to the village, desperate and trembling. But this time, silence followed. Men glanced at one another, shaking their heads. It's another trick, muttered the carpenter. I have bread in the oven. I won't be fooled again, whispered a woman. The air grew heavy with disbelief. No one moved. No one. Until an old man rose. His voice trembled, but his words cut clear. If it is a lie, we lose a little time. But if it is the truth, we may lose everything: the sheep, our safety, and the boy's life. Even one last chance of truth is worth believing. Silence stretched. Then slowly, one villager reached for a torch. Another picked up a spear. Step by step, they chose to believe one final time. Together, hearts pounding, they raced toward the hill. Snow crunched underfoot. Torches flickered in the icy wind. Their breaths came fast as the villagers climbed toward the boy's cries. At the crest of the hill, they found him, pale, trembling, tears streaking his face. Relief overwhelmed him when he saw the glow of firelight. Thank you for coming. The Wolf, it's real. And then, from the dark woods, eyes appeared. Not one, not two, a dozen, gleaming like stars of fire. A whole pack emerged, led by a massive alpha whose growl shook the earth. Its teeth glistened like knives in the moonlight. Fear surged through the villagers, but the old hunter barked commands, hold the line. Protect the flock, push them toward the ravine. The wolves lunged, chaos erupted, sheep bleated, scattering. Men swung clubs, women brandished torches, children clung to their mothers. The clash was brutal: snarls, shouts, the thud of blows against fur and flesh. One Wolf leapt straight for the boy. He stood frozen, unable to move. But at the last instant, the blacksmith roared and swung his hammer, knocking the beast aside. Blood streaked his arm. He grimaced but pressed on. The boy, shaken, realized the cost of his lies. People were bleeding because of him. Torches lit the battlefield in a hellish glow. Dogs barked and snapped at wolves, driving them back. Together, the villagers pushed the predators toward an old wooden bridge spanning a deep gorge. The wolves, desperate, crowded onto it. The bridge groaned, cracks splintered the night air. Then with a thunderous crack it collapsed. Half the pack tumbled into darkness. Their cries echoed, then vanished. The alpha howled in fury before retreating into the forest. Defeated, slowly, silence returned. The boy collapsed to his knees in the snow, sobbing, "I'm sorry. I lied. I betrayed your trust, but you still came. And because of you, I live." The old man placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. "Your lies nearly destroyed us, but a final spark of belief saved you. Remember, words can shatter trust, but honesty can heal it." The villagers, bruised but alive, gathered the frightened sheep. They returned together closer than before. Dawn broke, painting the snow gold. The village returned with its flock, tired yet triumphant. The boy walked among them, no longer mocked, but humbled. The next day, a wooden sign rose in the village square. Carved into it were words, "Even in doubt, listen once more." The boy changed. He never lied again. He worked hard, faithfully guarding the sheep. Slowly, trust returned. Children followed him, calling him little hero. Elders nodded with respect. Years passed. The night of the wolf attack became legend. Parents told their children not as a warning of lies, but as proof of the power of forgiveness and one last chance. If the villagers had not believed, all would have been lost. But because they chose faith one final time, the boy was saved, the flock preserved, and the community united. In life, sometimes the last chance to believe is the one that changes everything.